Hey everybody, this is Mr. Storm, and this is episode 2. So in the last episode, we repelled Desabla's forces as he was trying to take over Masyaf, and then my mentor, Al-Mualim, excuse me, he stabbed me in the tummy-tum, and took away all my rank, and basically said I'm grounded. And now I have to investigate some shenanigans that have been going on. Apparently there's a traitor inside the Assassin's Creed, or the Assassin's Brotherhood. So I've got to lock onto my target. And I have to pickpocket the target when he gets there. That guy. So I'm going to pickpocket this dude. I don't think they're just going to let me walk up and pickpocket him, just like this. Alright.
Please, just one. We lost everything in the attack and have no place to store our grain.
I can't right now. I'm busy.
Is this about the letter?
What letter?
The letter you received when I got here. Bad news?
I don't know what you're talking about. Listen, I'll see what I can do, but please, I need to be alone right now. Come back later.
As you wish.
All right. So let's blend in. Got to walk up behind this guy and pickpocket. Oh. Got him. Alright, so I gotta find my son near the cypress tree. Okay. Let's go. Let's do it. It's probably up there.
Soon, all your eyes will be open to the truth. We stand upon the threshold between
so in the previous episode, we...
where all might live as equals.
Oh, hello.
But man like Al-Mualim would see this dream destroyed.
Ooh.
I see the way you look at me. Hear the things you say. A traitor. I'm not a traitor. It's Al-Mualim who's betrayed us. Today's attack was but the first. And more will follow unless you repent. Give up your wicked ways. Rise up against the madman of Masyaf. See through his lies.
So in the previous episode, we repelled an attack by Robert de Sable, a Templar Grandmaster. Fun fact about Robert de Sable: he actually was made the Grand Master of the Templar Order less than a year after he joined. Right, so you know, these games make the Templars out to be like these really cool, like this big group of. It was really like a sad, you know, secret society. A bunch of guys hanging out, you know, talking about their wives, drinking beer, that kind of stuff. It wasn't really as cool as it sounds, but Robert de Sable was the Grand Master of the Templar Order, and he attacked Masyaf, the castle where the Assassin's Brotherhood lives. And now we're trying to figure out, you know, hey, they had somebody working on the inside, so I've got to find out who they were using, or who was the inside person.
Take yourself from here before I call the guards.
How about I beat you? Oh, did you see that? He kind of like went Cthulhu on me. Oh, hello.
I yield!
That was weird.
Speak quickly then. I've no interest in your games. Why did you betray us? And who do you serve?
We serve the Templars. You should too. Their cause is just.
We?
Who's we?
Jamal. He told me of their plans. Asked me to open the gate.
You betrayed us. We, who called you brother and kept you safe from harm.
That's right.
I did what I believed was right.
That's what they all say.
You must kill me for it. So be it.
I mean, I don't need your
I am not
permission.
afraid to die.
I'm gonna do it
Fate
anyway.
is not for me to decide. It's
Oh,
Al-Mualim who will
maybe not.
judge.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
You stand accused of betraying our brotherhood and opening the way for our enemies. How do you answer to these charges?
I deny nothing. I'm proud of what I did. My only regret is that they failed.
I offer you a chance to repent, to renounce the evil in your heart.
It is not evil in my heart, but truth. I will not repent.
Then you will die.
Oof, got him. Right there, too, like...
You did well, Altair, and have earned the right to carry a blade once more.
I mean, that one's icky, though. You just stabbed a dude
What will
with it.
become of the one who helped him?
It remains to be seen. Some do ill out of ignorance or fear. These men can be saved. Others suffer from corrupted wills, their minds poisoned and twisted. These men must be destroyed.
Okay.
Soon enough, we'll know what sort of man Jamal is.
I've passed your test then. What now?
Oh, my child, we've only just begun. I hold here a list. 9 names adorn it. 9 men who need to die. They are plague bringers, war makers. Their power and influence corrupts the land and ensures the crusades continue. You will find them. Kill them. In doing so, you'll sow the seeds of peace, both for the region and for yourself. In this way, you might be redeemed.
9 lives in exchange for mine.
A most generous offer, I think. Have you any questions?
Only where I need begin.
Very well. Ride for Damascus. Seek out the black market merchant named Tamir. Let him be the first to fall.
Okay.
Be sure to visit the city's assassin bureau when you arrive.
Yeah, I got
I'll
it.
dispatch a bird to inform the Rafik of your arrival. Speak with him. You'll find he has much to offer.
All right. Tamir is our
If you believe it
first
best.
target.
I do. Besides, you cannot begin your mission without his consent.
What nonsense is this? I don't need his permission. It's a waste of time.
It's the price you pay for the mistakes you've made.
Okay.
You answer not only to me, but all the Brotherhood as well now.
So be it.
So be it.
Take your equipment and go. Prove that you are not yet lost to us.
Give me my equipment. All right. Got my hidden blade back. Now, if you'll notice, he's missing his ring finger. That's a trademark of the Assassin's Bureau. They remove the ring finger on their left hand so that they can use the hidden blade. Okay, so now it's time to ride into Damascus. Legendary Damascus. Home of the Damascus Blade.
Altair, it seems my students do not fully understand what it is to wield the blade. Perhaps you could show them what you know.
I mean, now we have to do a combat tutorial that's disguised as me teaching these guys. Which is fine. So we'll lock on. And we can deflect. I mean, I already know how to
Must be
fight.
busy. I understand.
We're good. We don't need to do tutorials. I already know. Exit tutorial. Thank you. Yes, thank you.
You must be busy.
Okay.
I understand. Do not merely hold your blade, become one with it.
So let's go. Let's get it.
Where is he going?
So as you'll see when we get there, the architecture in Damascus is very Middle Eastern. And part of that is because, and it's a good first city for us to visit, because it is the least populated by Templar soldiers. Oh. There we go. Wow. After playing more modern games with better horse physics, this horse feels really weird. Feels like Goofy from like Mickey Mouse. Alright. So I've seen some criticism of this game where people say, hey, look, the kingdom is really rocky and has a lot of,
Selecting the hidden blade during fight will allow you to quickly dispatch an enemy you've thrown to the ground.
Cool. But like it's very rocky and stuff. Here's the thing. If you look at Syria, especially, you know, the area of Syria where this game takes place, Syria and Iraq, it's actually pretty rocky. Now, it's nowhere near as, like, crazy as this, but there are some pretty rocky... Oh, you know what? I think I have to... Yep, I have to sync this... Oh, hello. I have to sync this...
Have your head!
I have to sync this point before I can move on to Damascus, because this tells me where the other locations are. Anyway, so the geography of this area, it's a bit exaggerated, obviously, but it is, you know, people think of the Middle East and they think it's just, you know, desert as far as the eye can see. And there are definitely places that are like that. But Syria is not like that. Syria has a climate that's a lot more like, I don't know, southern Utah, I think, comes to mind. Again, it's not as extreme as this, but there are definitely rocks and mountains and shrub bushes and trees and stuff like that. Okay, so I am not syncing all of these. I am just going to go straight to Damascus. Now, the goal of this series is to try to cut out... What in the world? Did you guys see that?
When moving slowly.
I landed on the edge. Oh, that was weird. That was super weird. Okay. Wow. That was super strange. Okay. Cool. Let's get out. Oh, hello. Oh, this cutscene again. Okay.
What's going on?
Whew. Anyway, so the goal of this series is to play through the storyline of the games and not do all the extra. Hello. I have to... Oh. I have to... Oh, come on. Get off the horse. Hello. Thank you.
Have you gone mad?
Alright. Let's go sync this checkpoint, and hopefully I don't die this time when I jump off the top. No bueno. Error cannot access memory at this time. What are you talking about? Strange. Oh, okay. Okay, it didn't happen again. I thought it was going to happen again. Alright, now I can go. Beautiful. Alright, looks like we're getting close to Damascus. Yeah, see, this is feeling a lot more like what people think of as the Middle East, right? With the palm trees, the sandy areas. Again, it's still pretty rocky. And I think most of that is a gameplay or a game design decision. It helps to kind of contain the
short blade
barriers.
is best for quickly fending off multiple enemies.
Alrighty. Okay, made it to Damascus. Ooh, look at that. Okay, let's just look at the city here. What a great way to introduce the new city. This beautiful view. You can see all the domed roofs of the mosques, and all those, what are they called? I'll have to look that up for the next episode. I can't remember exactly what those are called, but those spires that essentially they're used to announce the call to prayer 5 times a day. And they're perfect for this game because they offer some climbing opportunities, right? The gates are super cool looking. Oh man, what a nice looking city. And look, this game is what? 2007 this game came out?
Heretic!
Excuse me?
Stop this,
please. Hello.
You're hurting me!
Can I not move?
Spend your time teaching me blasphemy!
There we go.
Evidence! Get them! Get them! Just in time. So be it. God have mercy on your soul.
Oh, it's still in the tutorial. Okay. Oh my god.
I will end your life. How can one expect to beat?
Why will it not? Okay. That was weird. It wouldn't let me deflect blows.
Thank you, my boy. I only wish my sons were half as brave as you. I'll see to it that they hear this tale and know what it is to be a true hero.
Okay. Thank you. Can I move on now? Thank you. Thank you. Scholars can help me get past guard posts. Okay.
You, sir, you look like you need something. You'll find it here, I'm sure of it. Come, have a look. You won't be disappointed. Everything's new. Everything's perfectly priced.
So we're still in like tutorial mode, I guess, so whatever.
You'll find everything here, my friend. There's nothing I do not have.
Oh man, that's so cool. Look at these gates. And they just let us by. Thank you. Okay. Gonna exit the blend. Alright. Now I'm in Damascus. Okay. So as we talked earlier about architecture, right? You can tell this is very heavily modeled after a Middle Eastern town, right? The roofs are mostly flat, with little domed areas here and there. This is very, very indicative of the kind of architecture you would see in Syria in, the 1100s. This big giant mosque here. Oh man, that's cool looking. Or is that the bazaar? I don't know. Let's find out. Okay. So it looks like I'm gonna have to sync this viewpoint as well.
Like what you see?
So again, yeah, these spires here, they were used to call to prayer 5 times a day. So in the Muslim religion, they have to face east. Sorry, they have to face toward Mecca, which usually is to the east, and pray 5 times a day. And so when you're over there, you get pretty used to hearing the prayer call, pretty consistently throughout the day. It's very beautiful, actually. Sounds amazing. Okay. So we have some icons here. Let's see. Pickpocket, Informer rooftop race challenge. There's the Assassin's Bureau. That's where I want to go. Okay. Let's get there. Oh, going the wrong way.
What's he running from?
From your mom. I'm running from your mom.
I have exactly what you need.
Please, help me.
No.
You're stealing my presents? That will cost you your life.
None know the man better than I. Come close. Hear the tale I have to tell of a merchant prince without peer. As Tamir drove his caravan north, he came across...
Okay, so here we are in the Assassin's Bureau. And our target is Tamir, a merchant.
Altair.
Ooh, hello.
It's good to see you. And in one piece.
You as well, friend.
I'm sorry for your troubles.
Think nothing of it.
A few of your brothers were here earlier, in fact. Oof, if you'd heard the things they said, I'm certain you'd have slain them where they stood.
It's quite all right.
Yes, you've never been one for the creed, have you?
Is that all?
I'm sorry. Sometimes I forget myself.
I mean, I
What
came here
else
for a
is
contract,
reason
not
to
for your
know?
sass, my
A
friend.
man named Tamir. Al-Muallim takes issue with the work he does. I meant to end it. Now tell me where to find him.
Surely you remember how to track an enemy.
Of course. Learn where he will be and when. But that sort of work is best left for... I understand.
That's right. That's
Go
me.
and search the city.
I'm a
Determine
newbie.
What he's planning and where he works. Preparation makes the victor.
What can you tell me of him?
Tamir makes his living as a black market merchant, so the souk district should be your destination. I would suggest you seek out the following places. A small souk northeast of here, the madrasa to our east, and in the gardens north of this bureau. Focus on these places and we should become well known to you.
I assume you want me to return to you when this is done.
Yes, come back to me. I'll give you Al-Muallim's marker and you'll give us Tamir's life.
As you wish.
Remember, Altair, if you find yourself in trouble and the city turned against you, return to the bureau. I can shelter you from the storm. Be warned though, if your enemies are too close, my door will remain closed until you've lost them. Do you understand?
Yes.
Sounds good, bro.
To bring the enemy inside would compromise the Brotherhood.
Very well. Off you go.
All right, let's do it. So we have to find information on our first target, Tamir. Now, Tamir is a black market dealer. There's some propaganda. So here's the thing. Early indications in this game, or in the marketing of this game, made it sound like there was every person in the game was someone who actually existed in real life.
You dare steal in my presents?
I'm not sure.
That will cost you your life. You dare steal in my presents?
Uhrab and Waji.
Your life, infidel! Out of the way! After him! Death to the infidel! Yeah! Get you!
What is going on here?
Use vigilantes you have freed to block your...
I gotta figure out the combat here.
Dirty thief! I'll have your hand for that! You are filth!
Let go of me. I've done nothing wrong.
Die, thief!
Oh, dear.
You dare steal in my presence? That will cost you your life! What do you want?
Just kill me. Frustrating.
Use vigilantes you have freed to block your
Okay, so let's go start collecting information about our first target. Now, in the marketing for this game, they made a big deal about how all of your assassination targets, all 9 of them, were real people that actually really existed during the time. And I couldn't find any information about Tamir. As the first one in the game, he's probably just, you know, not based on a real person. But the propaganda in the game that the people spread about Tamir himself say that he was
waiting. He tempts us always. Be strong, strong like Saladin, and take up arms against our enemies in whatever way you can.
So Saladin was leading his army against the Crusaders, and they found themselves in a place that was...
Do you understand?
Yes. I am to deliver the letter to your merchant friend.
And you know who to see?
The same man as always.
Do not think to betray my presence in this city. We have many eyes, many ears.
And many arms, yes. Good for silencing those who say too much. I know this well.
And many butts?
You have my word.
How many butts do they have?
Then be quick about it. Time is short.
So the legend is Saladin was... oh, hello.
Come, people. Come see what I have to offer. Tired of never finding anything useful at the other merchant stalls?
He was leading his army, and they were running out of food. And then Tamir was on his way to sell his goods, and he stumbled across the army. And he was able to feed the army, and they were able to, you know, win their battle, right? And so that's the propaganda. Who knows if it's true?
Help me! Somebody help me!
Okay, saved her.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll find a way to repay this kindness, I swear it.
Okay. Okay.
I'm glad to finally meet you, friend.
All right. So let's see. Those are citizens. Informer rooftop race challenge. Okay. So I'm going to have to unlock some more of these spires, which is fine. It'll give us a nice view. I just kind of hoped that I wouldn't have to do a lot of unlocking towers and stuff. But okay, that's fine. Oof.
Who saw what happened here?
No one.
Could I interest you in some of my wares?
Okay, we have another pickpocket here.
Like what you see? Tired of never finding anything. Something needs to be done. It's only a matter of time before someone else discovers it.
Tell him then, it's in his best interest to keep the souk secure.
He won't meet with me. Too busy with this new deal of his.
And the guards?
Tried already. They won't lift a finger unless the order comes from him.
Then what will you do?
I'll go to Abu Nukud.
The merchant king? He won't see you.
He doesn't have to. I've written him a letter that explains the problem. He can read it and decide for himself.
Okay, let's grab this thing right off this guy. Oh.
Your life ends now.
Excuse me? So, oh, hello.
Pay for your sins. I will catch you.
So there he is, he's back again. Pretty easy. Alright, let's be careful this time.
Alright, where are you?
Nowhere. Got it. Okay, let's try this rooftop challenge over here. Oh, the investigation's complete. Sweet. We can go back to the Assassin's Bureau. Yeah, I don't need to really do all the investigations. It's not necessarily worth it. This game's pretty easy, actually, once you can get it past the frustrating controls and the, I don't know, the monotony of it. One of the big criticisms of this game that I believe is well-deserved is that it is really, really, really monotonous. You do the same things over and over and over again. All 9 assassinations are basically the same gameplay loop. It doesn't really vary too much at all, but that's okay. All right, we're getting there.
What is he doing?
Oh. And the parkour is so bad. Still a great game, though. Okay.
You dare steal in my presence?
Altair, welcome.
Hi.
Welcome.
I've done what you asked. Now give me the marker.
First things first. Tell me what you know.
Tamir rules over the Souk El Salah. He makes his fortune selling arms and armor and is supported by many in this endeavor. Blacksmiths, traders, financiers. He's the largest death dealer in the land.
And have you devised a way to rid us of this blight?
A meeting is being arranged at Souk El Salah to discuss an important sale. They say it's the largest deal Tamir has ever made. He'll be distracted with his work. That's when I'll strike.
Your plan seems solid enough. I give you leave to go.
Oh, give me the feather. Okay.
Let Al-Mualim's will be done. You may rest here until you are ready.
I don't need a rest. I want to get going. Hello. Can I go? Thank
Fast
you.
forward in memory to a more recent one.
I don't know why my camera's still glitchy. But again, it kind of works with the Assassin's Creed stuff. Okay. Let's get it. Alright. So, we have gathered some information about Tamir. We know that he is going to be meeting somebody in the bazaar, in the souk. And while he's distracted with his meeting, we are going to strike. We're going to assassinate. That was weird. Oof. So yeah, these flat roofs make it really easy to traverse the city, especially on the rooftops. When we get into, you know, more European-styled cities like Accra, it becomes a little bit more challenging to get around, which is the point. Accra, they want you to feel like it's more dangerous. It's a more dangerous town. Alright, I'm gonna have to go on the ground to get in. Okay. Okay, which one is Tamir? Oh, there he is.
Which means I failed my client.
We need more time.
This is the excuse of a lazy or incompetent man. Which are you?
Neither.
What I see says otherwise. Now, tell me, what do you intend to do to solve this problem of ours? These weapons are needed now.
I see no solution. The men work day and night, but your client requires so much, and the destination. It is a difficult route.
Were it that you could produce weapons with the same skill as you produce excuses?
Ooh,
I have
got
done
him.
all
Burn.
I can.
It is not enough.
Then perhaps you ask too much.
Too much? I gave you everything. Without me, you would still be charming serpents for coin. All I ask in return was you fill the orders I bring you. And you say I ask too much?
Oof. You dare disrespect me?
Disrespect.
Please, Tamir. I meant no insult.
I mean, you spit in his
Kept your
face.
mouth shut.
Ooh.
Stop! Stop? I'm just getting started.
Wow. Look at that. Brutal.
Came into my souk, stood before my men, and dared to insult me!
I can shoot someone in 5th Avenue and wouldn't lose any supporters. Look at that. Ooh, brutal. Oof. Someone needs to kill this guy.
No.
It's me. I'm gonna kill this guy.
Let this be a lesson to the rest of you. Think twice before you tell me something cannot be done. Now get back to work.
Okay, random NPC from Grand Theft Auto 4. All right. Got him.
Be at peace. You'll pay for this. You and all your kind.
It seems you're the one pays now, my friend. You'll not profit from suffering any longer.
You think me some petty death dealer, suckling at the breast of war? A
Kinda.
strange target, don't you think? Why me, when so many others do the same?
You believe yourself different, then?
Oh, but I am. For I serve a far nobler cause than mere profit. Just like my brothers.
Brothers?
Ah, but he thinks I act alone. I am but a piece. A man with a part to play.
You'll come to know the others soon enough. They won't take kindly to what you've done.
Good. I look forward to ending their lives as well.
Such pride. It will destroy you, child.
I mean, you're dead, so I don't really need to take advice from you, I think. Alright, now it's time to go. Oh, hello. That was not great. That's not what I wanted.
Go away! I'll have your hand for that! Someone do something!
Oh, there we go. There we go. Invisible. Can't touch me. All right. First assassination down. So let's talk a bit about the Third Crusade. So let's talk about the Crusades in general, because I know not everybody knows what the Crusades were or why they were fought, things like that. Now, depending on who you talk to, you'll get a different answer, right? Some people think the Crusades were purely a religious war, and there's some truth to that. There is some evidence, or there are some motivations that were purely religious. In this area, around this time, you have the three major monotheistic religions. By monotheistic, I mean single god religions. Before this, all religions, most religions were pantheon, or they were pantheons. They had multiple gods, right? Now, when Judaism arrived, it was kind of a combination of a monotheistic religion and a deistic religion and a pantheonic religion, right? They had a, you know, there were multiple gods, but eventually that whittled down to just Yahweh. And then from that came a small cult, and I'm using that word historically accurately, a small cult called Christianity, which was an offshoot of the Jewish religion. And then a couple centuries later, we get Islam. So they're all branching from the same Abrahamic stories, which we'll talk about Abraham later when we get to Jerusalem. But all three of those religions use the same core stories as their origins, but they differ on specific details. And so those details cause big enough differences to where people would fight wars over
Word
them.
has reached me of your victory, Altair. You have my gratitude and my respect.
Thank you.
It is a shame that the other assassins continue to hold you in such poor regard.
I agree.
Rafiq, I do not care what the others think of me.
As you wish, Altair. You should bring news of your victory to Al-Mualim. I'm certain he has more work for you to do.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
It's cool how they use the same character model for Desmond and for Altair, to kind of reinforce the idea that they're genetic, that, you know, Altair is the ancestor.
What's the matter, Doc? Miss Stillman is once again insisting I let you rest.
Oh, thanks. So anywho, so the Crusades were a series of wars that were fought over the differences between those religions, and primarily over land that is considered sacred to all three religions. The Temple of the Mount, which we're going to talk about extensively when we get to Jerusalem, that is the crux of many of the Crusades that were fought. And so in the Third Crusade, Saladin, the ruler of Syria, is fighting a war against the European Templars, the European Crusaders. And at this point in history, the Crusaders had taken over Acre because it was a port city and it was really strategically viable for them. They've left Damascus completely alone because there's no strategic reason to take it or a religious reason to take it, and they're fighting over Jerusalem. So that's the situation we find ourselves in 1100-ish AD.
So, feel like telling me who put the
it's like
stick
1181,
up his ass?
I think.
We have a deadline. 1 week. Well, 6 days now.
Deadline?
I can't talk about it.
Man, put yourself in my shoes. I'm being held hostage by a group of scientists, at least I think you're scientists, and forced to spend all day in some crazy-ass machine. You won't tell me what you're looking for or why you want it, but I'm supposed to be thanking you for keeping me alive. This is so...
Uh-oh. He said a naughty no-no
but it
word.
is.
What do you want me to do?
Let's see. I don't know. Maybe give me some answers?
I can't. And it's better this way. Safer.
Safer for who?
Both of us.
Hey, you know what? I've got a question I think you can actually answer.
What's up?
Why is it that sometimes the guys in there talk like they're from the future?
The future?
I mean the present. Now, today, whatever.
You've probably noticed that English has become the official language of the Holy Land.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
The Animus is translating speech it deems vital into more modern English, so expect a few anachronisms. I could probably make it more authentic, but... You ever read Chaucer?
Who?
Yeah, definitely not for you.
That's such a cool explanation. Like, I haven't even thought about that in a while, but yeah, that's such a cool explanation for why everyone speaks English. They wouldn't, you know what I mean? So, anyway, cool. So I'm going to cut it there. Next, we're going to tackle our second assassination target. And we're going to travel to, I believe, Jerusalem is next. We're going to talk a lot about the religions and the core concepts of Judaism and Christianity and Islam. And we're going to talk a lot more about the Crusades when we get to Jerusalem. So anyway, thanks for sticking around. I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time.